Hi guys, congratulations! You finished another week and welcome to another week in with virtual learning. It's been exciting. There's been a lot of learning on the teachers' parts, but we're so excited to see so many students are engaged and I am just so thrilled and so proud of all of you. And again, thank you parents for being such partners in this journey with us. So again, today in this video, I know it may be a long one. I'm going to be talking about Canvas, how to look at it, your assignments, and the accommodations that I've embedded into your math assignments in order for your students to have the support that they needed. And also, I'm going to be talking about teams. So make sure you watch this entire video because I have some very important information that I want to impart with you for this week. So I'm in my class link right now, and if I press on Canvas, it's going to take me to this page. A lot of parents, as I was talking to you last week, you were confused about how to navigate or what to look for in Canvas. And so I just want to give you a few things here. When you get into Canvas, you see different items like this, different icons like this. And these are all individual classes. These are social studies, language arts, math, science, and exploratory. Okay, these are individual classes. On the side here is to do. This is very important. How we assign work in Canvas is that each teacher assigns it for the whole entire week. So on the to-do list right here, it may look exhausting for a student to look at. But remember, all you have to do is some of those assignments are actually pretty quick, like just watch a video and answer 2 questions, or pick an activity and just answer a question about it. So it doesn't even have an assignment in it. So even though it looks like there's a lot, but those activities may be very quick and painless to do, okay? So don't be discouraged when you see a running list of to do. Now, what's important is that you look at all these due dates, okay? So what happens is the teachers will say, well, by this day, we want the students to do this. But if for any reason your student doesn't have a computer on that day, if your student, if you're sharing a device at home, no worries, the student can go back to it because the teacher has opened up that assignment for like a whole week or longer in order to ensure that all of our students have an opportunity to do these work. And for any reason, if you have to go back to that assignment and it's been closed out, feel free to contact me, email your teacher, and your teacher will be able to open it again for you so that you can get that work done the way it needs to be done. Okay? So today I'm gonna go into Ms. Holovach's page, and for this week, this is what we've posted for this week. And you're gonna say, whoa, that's like a lot for math. I assure you it is not, but this is where it's important that I have your attention. You're gonna see some of my students, you know how our classes, some of the classes have me in as one of your teachers in your math classes. So here we go. My students, some of my students, most of my students will see double assignments. Notice how this one says multiplying fractions practice, and then this one also has multiplying fractions practice, and then it has Holovach or the teacher's name and my name. If you see double assignments that looks exactly the same, I need you to not do both of them. That's not the point. You're supposed to just do the one with Tran in it. Okay, make sure you understand it. Do not do both of them. Just do the one with Tran. And the reason why is because I have embedded accommodations in there for you that kind of goes along with what I sent out last week with pertaining to your personalized accommodation. So right here, I'm going to enter in one of the assignments so that you can see what it's like. Well, while I'm here, I'm also going to explain how it works with assignments. So when your teacher assigns assignments, the best way for us to design it the way we want to in order to have the students work on the computer rather than printing it on paper and then you have to take a scan of it or a picture of it and then resend it to us, we feel that this format is the best one that doesn't require too much work on your part. All your student has to do is just pick an answer or type in an answer and submit it into us. Unfortunately, in Canvas, it's called quizzes. They're called quizzes. So for example, if your student just wanted to work on assignment, and then when they click on that link where it says assignment and it goes into a quiz, do not panic. It's still an assignment, okay? But just the way how Canvas named everything, they called it quizzes. So no worries. So right here, I'm gonna get into one of the assignments that we have done. So this is an assignment that we have put in some accommodations, and I just wanted to show you what it will look like for your student. So for example, if I just click random answers, and I'm gonna go through this very quickly, so I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm gonna close out, and then I will come back in a bit. So I'm at the end of my assignments here. I'm gonna submit, and I'm gonna submit it again. Okay, then it's gonna take me to this page where it showed me how much I earned and how much time I spent on it. A lot of students, I do want to clarify this part as well. Canvas's points or grade that they gave you may not be exactly the same as Skyward. So sometimes when you don't see the two exactly the same, I know it can be confusing and frustrating for some parents and some of our students. Just know that there may be discrepancies between the two grade systems just because those two systems are graded differently, okay? Always refer to Skyward as the final one. The Canvas one is just to give you a gauge to say, oh, did I pass it or did I not pass it, so I can do it again. Now, another important piece is the time element. So for example, if your student is frustrated and telling you that, oh, I bombed that test, I bombed that assignment, and then you look at it and you're like, oh, baby, if you spent 1 minute on it, can you spend, just to give you an idea, maybe that student understands the concept, but not taking appropriate amounts of time to do it, so that you can have a way of going back and perhaps working something out with your student so that the student will take more time to do these assignments. So here is where I wanted to show you about the accommodations I was talking about. So when I was going through these list of problems, I randomly picked answers, of course, and they're wrong. Naturally, they're wrong. So in the feedback, after they have submitted it, they're gonna see a feedback for every single problem. And in this feedback, it's gonna say not quite. That means they got this one incorrect. And here's a tip from Miss Tran. Anytime when you see this with the link, that means that there's a video coming and your students can review the specific concept.
Hey guys, today's lesson we're going to be talking about.
Okay, now not every feedback will have a video, but it may have a sentence, like a sentence stem, just to help them scaffold their thinking to guide them towards the correct answer. Again, if your students still struggle, even after with all of these accommodations, remember, I also have virtual classes that your students can join me, which I'm going to talk to about next. Okay, so I don't have time to go through all of the questions on the quiz just to show you the types of accommodations on the quiz, but just to give you an idea. Now, let me go ahead and inform you that there has been some changes, as you may or may have not seen. Mr. Short and your team teachers have already probably sent you a newsletter for the week, and it may have informed you about the changes in Teams meeting time for all of your classes. The reason was because we found that some of our time that we were doing last week were too early for some of our students, and so we wanted to accommodate for the majority of our students, so we changed the time in order to make it suitable, appropriate for everybody to join us. And so again, now you're not going to be using that link that we gave you anymore. You would have to go back into your class link and you will click on Teams. So when you click on Teams, it's going to take you here where you're going to see, if you don't see this right away, you want to look for the icon with the 3 people, or the one that says Teams on the left hand side right here, bar right here, and it's going to give you all the classes that you were invited to. So your teachers should have invited you to their classes. The only thing that you need to use the newsletter for is to refer to that to get their exact time that they're on for their virtual classes. So for example, my time has changed from now from 2:30 to 3:30 each day unless I have a meeting, of course. And when I do have a meeting, I will post in this on my teams here that I am in a meeting. I cannot be in class this day, and I'll try to work it out with some of you if we need to. Okay, so for example, if you want to join my class, you will look for Miss Trans Math right here, and you will click on it. When you click on it and it's at that time from 2:30 to 3:30, I will be in here, and you can start a conversation with me and ask me a question, or we can also video chat so that you can also see me demonstrating work problems. So parents, just to recap, there are two very important things that I wanted to inform you through this video. First of all, when your student receives two assignments for math, the same exact assignments for math, please make sure that you're only picking the one with my name in it and not the other one. You're not supposed to do both. Okay, just do the one with my name in it because that's the one that I've provided the accommodations for your students, and it's to help them. The second thing is that the team's meeting has changed. The time has changed and the way we're doing it has changed. So if you need to rewatch some of it to see how you can get back into your teacher's team and what time it is offering now for your social studies, science, language arts, and so on and so forth, please refer to your Columbia, team, Vanderbilt, Tulane's newsletters. Okay, now again, just like what I said last week, on my team's time, I still want to stick to Columbia on Monday, Tulane on Tuesday, and Vanderbilt students on Wednesdays. The reason I want to do that is so that I can work with smaller groups. But for any reason, if you're a Columbia student and you know you can't be there on Monday, you're more than welcome to join me any other day that I have class. And then, or if you're a Columbia student who was supposed to be with me on Monday and you were with me on Monday, and you still feel like you can benefit from me reteaching this, you are more than welcome to join me Tuesday and Wednesday so that you can hear us working through these same problems again. I'm completely fine with it. It's just, I just wanted to do whatever is best for you. We're here for you. We're here to support you. Make sure you email us. Make sure you get in touch with us if you need clarification. And thank you, parents. A lot of you have been doing that already. And like I say, if we don't see your questions, we don't know what your needs are. So let us know. I hope that this video was helpful for you, and I just hope that you have a wonderful week, and just big hugs to everybody. Have a great one.